Ladies and gentlemen, broadcasting to you live inside DPAT's laboratory at Barangay Anonas in the city of Ordinera, the province of Pangasinan, the Republic of the Philippines. This is your host here, slash racer, slash marshal, slash producer, slash director, all in one package here for DPAT TV Don Patrick Aguilar on YouTube. Once again, Don Patrick, DPAT Aguilar here, bringing you all the live Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing action here in our Oktoberfest finale this year 2025 in our Season 2 of Stock Motor Conference, only here on DPAT's Tamiya League. Yosh! Hello mga kadipat and good afternoon to all of you who are watching this live stream right now on YouTube channel DPAT TV Don Patrick Aguilar in close parenthesis and for those who are will be watching anytime, Don Patrick DPAT Aguilar here proudly at your service once more for one final showdown for this month of October 2025 here on DCL SMC Season 2 on this track layout in front of your screens. Yan. And ngayong yung final round na po tayo. So we are now in our ninth and final round of 9 race day month of October 2025 as we close out our October festivities this year 2025 with all of the 8 cars na inilaro natin. Unfortunately, siyang dapat yan kung hindi lang nasira si Archer Amertal Pero nevertheless, all of the 8 cars na inilaro natin the whole month of October 2025 kasali ngayon. One final score to settle once and for all. We will determine we will be able to determine and witness history kung sino ang magiging champion, bagong champion of the month na sasama kina Zeta, Unicosmos, Cosmo Atomica at kay Pink Venom sa ating labanan sa DPAT's Tamiya League Grand Prix, yung inaugural Grand Prix ng Open Backstock. Open Backstock Grand Prix sa darating na December. Siguro last weekend, basta last weekend of December. Last weekend of December yan most likely. So possibly sa December 27. So this coming December po yan. Possibly December 27 ang Grand Prix. Alright. So, as you take a look here, ayan na nga po yung ating ating final day ng ating DTL SMC Season 2 for the month of October 2025 on that track layout being shown on your screens. But before we proceed to that, we throw ourselves back first with our quick recap in the penultimate chapter of Oktoberfest season in DTL SMC Season 2. We got Unicosmos, Avatari, Paparoch, Timac Avatari, Ferreira, Zeta, and Cosmo Atomica battled it out sa ating 21 races ng single round robin last Monday, October 27. And at the end of those 21 races, we got Timac Avatari on top with 8 points and a 3-way tie at the second place between Avatari, Paparoch, and Ferreira. But in terms of number of wins, Avatari got the most of it with 3. Paparoch has 2 and Ferreira has 1 win. Yun yung mga naging number of wins. Ang maganda lang doon sa set 3-way tie na yon, 7 points apiece sila, paramihan na lang ng panalo. Paramihan na lang ng panalo. Number of wins scored. So sa kanilang tatlo, si Avatari yung nakakuha ng pinakamataas with 3 wins. So nakuha niya yung second seed. Si Paparoch yung pumangalawa with 2 wins. Nalagay sa third seed, sa fourth seed naman si Ferreira with 1 win scored out of the 7 points na niyan. So unfortunately, yung twin Cosmo Sonics at si Zeta ay maagang natanggal on that note. Pero ang maganda lang nito, one last chance for the month, yung tatlong champion of the month awardees natin in the past months of DTL SMC since the inaugural season, kasali po ngayong araw na ito. Yan. So, tapos nadagdag pa si Stargate. So, magiging kapanapanabik yung ating mga karera for today's Run and Gun Wednesday edition as we close out Oktoberfest season this year here on DTL SMC Season 2. Alright. So, in the semifinals round, sina Timac Avatari at Pereira nagharap. na uwi yun sa last man standing, kung saan ay nanalo, unang umembang si Ferreira at si Timac Abatari ang nakalusot. Then sa isang semifinal match-up naman natin, Abatari went on to face Papa Roach and eventually won it. Just when we thought Papa Roach was about to steal that win from Abatari, but naagawan pa ng panalo dahil sa final lap umembang at si Abatari nagpatuloy sa pagtakbo hanggang hanggang maka-anim na ikot, and eventually Abatari got the other got our championship race ticket. So Twin Aero Avantes ulit ang naglaban sa championship race, which was race number 13 nung elimination round. Sa repeat of race 13 yon, yung Abatari versus Timac Abatari. So yung Twin Aero Avantes ang naglaban sa championship race, sina Papa Roach at Ferreira naman sa race for the bronze. Sa race for the bronze, nanalo si Papa Roach against Ferreira dahil yung si Ferreira biglang huminto. Walang re-race pero biglang nahinto lang, biglang na-shutdown ng kusa si Ferreira, biglang tumirik. So, yun. Buti na nga lang si Papa Roach, somehow Papa Roach was able to manage its stability with the right speed and eventually finishing 6 laps and eventually got the third place finish at the expense of Ferreira. So Papa Roach added 1 point on its aggregate score, and in the championship race, Timac Abatari and Abatari went at it, and Timac Abatari was the same pace happened. Just like Papa Roach, Timac Abatari was able to handle itself against Abatari. Unfortunately kasi si Abatari sumabit. Kaya yun ang nangyari, na-course out siya. So pagdating ng final lane changer kay Timac Abatari, somehow ay nakapag-stabilize din kahit papano sa final lane changer at hanggang sa nagtuloy-tuloy na siyang tapusin yung 6 lap race nila ni Abatari. And eventually, Timac Abatari got the championship anew against its fellow Aero Avance. So, at the end of the race day, last Manic Monday edition natin, Timac Abatari got the championship. Abatari scored the second place, and Papa Roach scored a third place finish. So, as of this moment, coming into our final race day of the month, we got Abatari on top with 12, Timac Abatari with 11, Papa Roach has 10, tapos wala nang habol yung sina Zeta with 7, Ferreira with 4, Unicosmos with 3, Cosmo Atomica with 1, Stargate, wala. So, ano na yan, ang mangyayari na lang, yung nasa top 3 natin, coming into our final race day, yung reigning top 3 ngayon, reigning and defending top 3, sila na lang ngayon ang naglalabanan for the Champion of the Month Award. So, kung sakaling may mga makakapasok, kung isa lang ang makakapasok sa kanila, yun ang may chance maging Champion of the Month. O baka sakaling hindi rin. So, let's see na lang dyan. So, 12 for Abatari, 11 for Timac Abatari, and Papa Roach with 10. Let's see kung sino sa tatlong yon ang magiging Champion of the Month at the end of this Run and Gun Wednesday edition. So, without further ado mga katipat, for some of you attending this live stream, and for those Tamiya Mini 4-Wheel Drive Racing fans watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this party started with our Run and Gun Wednesday edition here today on DTL SMC Season 2 as we wrap up our Oktoberfest season this year 2025. So without further ado, it's now time to start up our 28 races of the single round robin, beginning first with our race number 1. Our first race of this afternoon, we got here Ferreira taking on Cosmo Atomica. So it's the race between Super FM and FMA chassis for our race number 1 to start off our Run and Gun Wednesday festivities here on DTL SNC Season 2. And for our race number 1, it's a toss coin. Actually, it's actually a toss coin kung lane 1 ba o lane 2 ang starting lane ng higher speed, then alternate po tayo. Yung reverse nun, yun yung last. So, ganun po yung mangyayari. Hindi po kasama yung tiebreaker kung sakali. Okay, so ang format natin, single round robin, then semi-final, yung top 4 semis, 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3, tapos race for third, yung matalo, yung mga manalo, championship race. Ganun na kasimple. Alright, it's that simple. Alright, so we do toss coin first to determine the starting lane of the higher seed and the lower seed. as well as the order of semifinals matches. Okay, so let's see. We don't need to catch it. We don't need to catch that coin. So, ang umibabaw po mga kadipat ay logo. Kung ito ang logo ang lumabas, ulo. Ibig sabihin lane 1. Ito, kung ito lumabas, lane 2. So, in this case, ito pa yung nakaibabaw, itong logo na to. Therefore, the starting lane of the higher seeded cars for odd numbered races will be at lane 1 or the blue lane. So, for this race number 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and so on. Tapos semis 1, saka race 4, third, lane 1 ang higher seed. Okay? I repeat, higher seed at the blue lane or lane 1, yon yung starting lane ng higher seed pag mga odd numbered races. Pag sa knockout stage, semifinals 1, saka race for the bronze. Okay, then the rest ay lane 2. So, alternate starting lane. So, for this race number 1, we got Ferreira taking on Cosmo Atomica, wherein Ferreira will start at lane 1. And Cosmo Atomica will start at lane 2. Once again, Ferreira at lane 1, Cosmo Atomica at lane 2, as the respective starting lanes to kick off our Running Gun Wednesday festivities in our Oktoberfest finale of BTL Season 2 of the Stockwater Conference. Well, for all Tamiya Guard racing fans and enthusiasts, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this party started with our race number 1. Ready, set, bye. Hadouken. Gawin. Ha! Nahadukin. Nahadukin parehas. Nabanatan ni Rio ng hadukin eh. Again. First course out, Cosmo. Cosmo Atomica per CO. Okay. So, winner circle dito. Pwedeng ang winner circle. Sino ba yung first course out? Cosmo. Losers dito. Winners dito. Yan. Sa baba na lang yan. Yung mga winner. Ang antiin niya, yung winner nung kabila. Winner, loser, winner, loser, winner, loser, ganyan. At tapos bahala na kung ano yung mag-jumble-jumble dyan. Pag 8 yung kasali, winners bracket, losers bracket. Kaya mangyari dyan. Ay, first course out pala si Cosmo. Red pala kay Cosmo. Yun. Race number 2. Race number 2, right away, we got here the Cockroach Papa Roach versus the Spider Zeta. It's Slash Reaper versus Beaster in our race number 2. Battle of Insects. The insect against the arthropod against the arachnid. The insect against the arachnid, yung ating race number 2. Cockroach versus Spider rivalry between Papa Roach and Zeta. And for this matchup, Papa Roach will start at lane 2, Zeta at lane 1. Again, Papa Roach starting at lane 2, Zeta starting at lane 1 in the race number 2. Oh, sorry. Ready, set, bye. Good. 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 Okay. Final lap. Final lap ng lane there. Good. One more lap. Winner. Natanggal yung niya, yung screw. Papa Roach, winner. Alright. Papa Roach, si Papa Roach ay nanatiling matatag laban kay Zeta. Si Zeta natanggalan na ng screw. Hindi ko na ikabit yung screw niya. I forgot to put a screw on it. Hindi ko nalagyan ng hindi na labelan. Yari ako kay Martel dito. Hindi na labelan eh. Hindi na labelan ng pang parang tornilyo, yung gearbox. Kaya pala bakit ganun eh. Nakalimutan ko ilagay. Na-DQ tuloy di oras. No? Wala, walang DQ dito kasi yan eh. Nakabobig niya. Laban hanggang katapusan yan. Laban hanggang katapusan. Meron ba kay Stargate? Yun. Meron. Nauna iyan yun eh. Zeta lost to Paparoch. Race number 3. Alright, to the viewer, thank you so much. Yan. Welcome to DPAT's Tamiya League Season 2 of the Stock Motor Conference. Race number 3, we got Avatari versus Unicosmos. 2 of the 3 stock entries ng inyo pong lingkod maglawan sa ating race number 3. And in this matchup, Avatari will start at lane 1, Unicosmos at lane 2. So that's identical with their respective colors. At the blue lane or lane 1, it's Avatari, and at the red lane or lane 2, it's Unicosmos rather, being their respective starting lanes in this race number 3. Ready, set, fight. Takbuhan, lasing. Samit. Good. Final, lane changer. Ay, yun lang. So again. Mala. No winner. No winner. Game. Unang umembang, Avatari. Dito yan. May iwan siya dito. Tapos dito. Draw game. Draw. First si Avatari. First CO. Sumabit kasi siya kanina. Race number 4. Race number 4, we got here T-Mac Avatari, the limited edition Era Avant, taking on the Merlion edition Stargate. One final chance to score for Stargate in this month of October 2020. Posibleng huling karera na. Oo. Papalitan na to ni Dimus Paida. Yung isang big spider pa na, lalaban kay, tama-tama, meron akong pula rito. Pwede natin ilaro yung Dimus Paida sa November against Zeta. Magandang laban to, Zeta versus Dimus Paida. Alright, so ating race number 4, Team Avatari taking on Stargate. And in this matchup, Team Avatari will start at lane 2, Stargate at lane 1. This time, it's opposite to their respective colors. At the red lane or lane 2, it's Team Avatari. And Stargate will start at the blue lane or lane 1 in this race number 4. Ready, set, right. Hit, winner. Team Avatari winner. Hit. Wala na. Hit. Hit. So, posibleng tumagal tayo hanggang alas 6. Pwede tayong abutan ng alas 6 mamaya. Kasi, para mga, loser. Yan yun. Loser yan. Ay. Teka, sino ba yung first court start? Yung mga, losers bracket pala, sorry. Dito pala. First court, nga pala, no. Paparoch winner, Pereira, tapos yun. Tama. Okay. Team Avatari winner over Stargate via hit. Okay? So, hit yung nangyari. I-ano na lang natin. Yan. Forward natin. So, lane 1 naman ang nauna, so loser. Pag ganito na yung basa. Tapos, kung sino yung mag-winner. Yun. Punta natin sa kabila. Ano yung tawag doon? Talo si Stargate, di ba? Tumalsik Tapos nasa lubong ni Team Avatari. So matatagalan po tayo, aabutin tayo ng 2 oras this time. Kasi 8 nga yung kasali. Mas malala pa nung nakaraang buwan Siyam Siyam yung nilaro natin. Okay, losers bracket. Race number 5 to 8. 5-6, losers bracket, winners bracket, 7-8. Alright, race number 5, we got here Cosmo Atomica taking on Zeta. Alright, Cosmo Atomica versus Zeta in our race number 5. And in this matchup, Cosmo Atomica will start at lane 1. And Zeta will start at lane 2 this time. Again, Zeta starting at lane 2, Cosmo Atomica starting at lane 1 in this race number 5. Ready, sit, bite. Grabe. Pantik. Lock. Locking. Grabe naman yun. Grabe namang mamawan yun. Grabe namang mamawan yun. Grabe namang mamawan yun. Losers bracket. Ay, sa up yun. Yung winners bracket nasa up pala. Draw between Cosmo and Zeta. Pero ang first call shot doon, Zeta. Pero grabe yung takbuhan ha. Race number 6. Okay. Race number 6, we got here Avatari taking on Stargate. So, another Aero Avante standing in Stargate's way in our race number 6. And for this matchup, Stargate will start at lane 1 and Avatari will start at lane 2. So, that's opposite to their respective colors. The red lane or lane 2, starting lane Avatari. And Stargate will start at the blue lane or lane 1 in this race. Number 6. Ready, set, bite. Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Final lane changer. Stop it. Draw game. Sumabit lang. Ang bagal na nga yun, sumabit pa. Ano kaya yun? Draw game. First call stop si ano, Stargate. Hindi bumukas. Dito yan. Super 2 battle. Yan. Avatari Cosmo, still good. Stargate Zeta, still good. Okay. First call stop. First call stop, Stargate. Winners bracket. Okay. Yung matalo dito pupunta. Okay, race number 7. Race number 7, rematch from the previous race for third. Right away, we got here Papa Roach taking on Ferreira. Yung mga naglaban sa nakarang race for third po natin, ang ating race number 7. And for this matchup, we got Papa Roach starting at lane 1. Ferreira at lane 2, so that's identical with its color, red lane, the red. So Ferreira will start at the red lane or lane 2, and at the blue lane or lane 1, that's Papa Roach in our race number 7. Ready, set, fight. Draw. Kaya hindi mo na ako umalis eh. Kasi baka mamaya kumimbang. Yun na nga, kumimbang na. Draw. First call sa Pereira. Balik siya sa, dito pala. Dito pala siya sa losers bracket. Tapos dito si, Cosmo. Saka si Avatari. Papa Roach will stay here. Draw. Papa Roach, Pereira, draw. Pero ang unang umembang Pereira. Parin. Okay, race number 8. Race number 8, we got here T-Mac Avatari taking on Unicosmos. Yung 2, the winningest. Yung aking mga winningest, ano to. Ang maglaban sa ating race number 8, ang magkarera dito ay mga, ano ko to, mga winningest car entries sa mga backstop competitions na sinalihan ng inyo pong lingkod. They both have 8 wins. 8 wins, 8 panalo sa isang heat. 8 heat na napanalunan. Merong 8 heat na napanalunan tong si Tima Kabatari na nakaabot na semifinal at itong si Unicosmos ay nakaabot ko ng quarterfinals. So, ito yung mga winningest cars ko pala sa backstop. Alright, so hopefully ma-maintain ko silang dalawa come 2026. And in our race number 8, they will lock horns in this matchup, and it's going to be Team Kabatari starting at lane 2, Unicosmos lane 1. So that's contrast to their respective colors this time. Unicosmos starting at lane 1 or the blue lane. Team Kabatari will start at the red lane or lane 2 in this race number 8. Ready, set, bye. Jogging, Mabit. Jogging, Unicosmos per CO. Unicosmos per CO. Losers bracket siya. Yan. Yan. Check natin yung mga matchup. T-Mac, Paparots, check. Cosmo, Avatari, check. Unicosmos versus Pereira, check. Stargate Zeta, check. Okay. Tapos papalapit sa akin yung basa. First course out. Unicosmos first course out. Hindi naman ako ng tubig. Race number 9. 9 to 12. Okay. Race number 12 is a race between the Super 2 chassis machines here. Race number 9 will now feature Zeta taking on Stargate. So parehong mga Super 2 ang maglabanan sa ating race number 9. And for this matchup, I have to sit for a little while simply because they both have rotating switches here. So for our race number 9, we got here Zeta starting at lane 1. Stargate starting at lane 2. So that's identical with its color, which is red. Again, Stargate starting at lane 2, Zeta starting at lane 1 in this race number 9. Ready, set, bye. Hat! Imbang! Okay. Shoot sa banga. Shoot sa banga. Na-shoot sa banga. Shoot sa banga. Na-shoot. Na-ishoot. Kaya ang resulta, na-unshoot yung motor. Karag. Draw game. Zeta Stargate draw. Stargate per CO. First lap pa lang, imbang agad. Kaya yun. Race number 10. Alright, race number 10. Another race between the front motor cars. Pereira, the Super FM chassis, taking on the FMA chassis Unicosmos. So it's Brock versus Cosmosonic for our race number 10. And for this matchup, it's Pereira starting at lane 2, identical with his color as well. And Unicosmos will start at lane 1. Again, Pereira at lane 2, Unicosmos at lane 1 as their respective starting lanes in this race number 10. Ready, set, bye. Hop, hit, hit, hit. Hit, winner. Labanan pala ito ng mga Sakuragi. Mga Kanamiki Sakuragi pala naglabanan eh. Pareho kasing pula. Parehong manok na pula pala eh. Mga unggoy na pulang buhok. Unggoy na may pulang buhok. Pereira, first out first. So, tapos nabangga ni Unicosmos. So, foul kay Pereira. So, therefore, we declare Unicosmos victorious over Pereira. Alright. Si ano niyan, Unicosmos nang tatapat. Tapos si Pereira, siyang tatapat yan. Yung mga dito yung losers, yung winners dito, lilipat na lang. Lilipat na natin. Race 15 yan, if ever. Race number 15 yan, mamaya. Zeta Unicosmos. Okay. Stargate Pereira. Check. Okay. Next. Ay, mga pala, hindi ko pa pala nalagay. Hit pala yan, no? Unicosmos, Pereira, hit. Hit. Pangalawa. Pereira, Unicosmos, hit. Talo si ano dyan. Unicosmos won. Tapos talo si ano. Pereira. Race number 11. Okay. Race number 11, we got here Avatari taking on Cosmo Atomica. Race number 11 between Avatari and Cosmo Atomica, and in this matchup that will be identical to their respective colors. Starting lane for Avatari is at the blue lane or lane 1. Cosmo Atomica starting at the red lane or lane 2. Again, blue lane for Avatari and red lane for Cosmo Atomica as their respective starting lanes in this race number 11. Ready, set, bye. Hit, winner. Hit, winner. Winner na yun, outright. Kasi umimbang agad si Cosmo Atomica tapos natalunan si Avatari. So therefore, it's an easy call to make. So it's going to be Avatari emerging victorious over Cosmo Atomica. Alright. So dito na yan. Tapos si Cosmo Atomica sa kabila. Red mark Cosmo. Tapos Avatari green mark. 4 points total so far. Dahan-dahanin natin para sigurado tayong may 2 hours naman tayo. Alright, race number 12. Okay. It's a race between the limited edition car kits once again in our race number 12. Steamac Avatari, the limited edition Era Avante, take on the limited edition Slash Reaper Papa Roach. And in this matchup, it's going to be Team Avatari starting at lane 2, Papa Roach lane 1. So this time it's opposite to their respective colors. At the blue lane or lane 1, it's Papa Roach. And at the red lane, it's Team Avatari starting on it. Alright, race number 12. Ready, set, bye. Papa Roach on the quick start. Good. Okay. Final name ninyo at Team Avatari. Okay, good. Final lap, we go. Winner. Teamac Avatari prevailing over Papa Roach. Alright. Ay. Nalaglag tuloy. Sorry. Nalaglag yung tubig ko. Saan ka na? Yan. Cosmo Papa Roach. Okay, double check natin yung mga matchup. So, let's see yung mga matchup kung tama. Obviously, after 12 races, tigatlo na yan. Papa Roach lost to Teamac. Yan. 3-3. Good. Okay. Check natin yung mga matchup. Ferreira's target, check. Papa Roach, Cosmo, Atomica, check. Zeta, Unicosmos, check. Yung Twin Era Avantes. Okay, maganda. Championship match na tayo sa ano? Championship race rematch sa ating race number 16 later on. Alright, let's get this going. Let's keep this going. Race number 13 this time. Race number 13, we got here Ferreira taking on Stargate. Ferreira versus Stargate for our race number 13. And in this matchup, it's going to be Ferreira starting at lane 1, Stargate starting at lane 2, so that's identical with its color, which is the red lane. Again, Stargate at lane 2, Ferreira at lane 1 as the respective starting lanes in this race number 13. Ready, set, fight! Good. Still good. Penultimate lap. Lap. Medyo nanghina. Nag-lose connection siya. Medyo nag-lose connection yun eh. Biglang bumagal tuloy. Ferreira winning over Stargate. Alright. Ferreira winner. Winner. Imarkahan muna natin. Ferreira winner. Stargate first lap pa lang. Embang agad. Aray ko po. Durug. May iwan siya dyan. Yung matalo, yung iwan dito. Okay. So si Stargate, natitirang assignment na lang niya ay si Papa Roach, Cosmo Atomica at si Unicosmos. Yun na lang yung mga natira kay Stargate. On the other end, Ferreira has the Twin Era Avantes and Zeta as its remaining assignments. Alright. Race number 14. It's a race between the orange agents in our race number 14 as Papa Roach takes on Cosmo Atomica. Alright. Orange agents going at it in our race number 14. And for this matchup, it's going to be Papa Roach starting at lane 2. Cosmo Atomica starting at lane 1. Again, Cosmo Atomica at lane 1, Papa Roach at lane 2 as their respective starting lanes in this race number 14. Ready, set, bye. Good. Wow, may pisang laban. Penultimate lap. Wow! Final lap. Winner. Wow! What an incredible display of speed and stability. That was indeed an amazing race right there. Wow! Ibang klase, pinakitaan tayo mga kadipat, mga kadetail, mga katamiya, and all the Tamiya Mini 4 with the racing fans across the globe. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully you enjoyed that run and gun racing action right there. But in the end, Cosmo Atomica was just too hot to handle for Papa Roach. Thus, Cosmo Atomica emerging victorious over Papa Roach on that speedy 6-lap race. Holy smoke. Grabe. Grabe. Grabe yun. Hindi ako makapaniwala. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Hindi ako makapaniwala ron. Grabe. Ngayon lang ulit tayo nakakita ng ganong kagrabing laban. Partida, backstock lang yan. Akala mo makakapanalo pa ng isa? Okay, remaining assignment for Cosmo Atomica, Team Abatari, Zeta, Unicosmos. Unicosmos target pala. Yung loser si ano, ay winner siya, so maghihintay siya. Si ano naman, si Papa Roach, ang remaining assignment niya, Avatari, Unicosmos, Target. O yun, tama. Papa Roach, Target. Ayan. Okay, next. Race 15. Pero grabe yung racing na yan, ha. Kinabahan ng inyong lingkod doon. Hindi mapalagay. Eh, yung mga feeling na hindi ka mapalagay pag tumatakbo ng ganun kabilis yung auto mo, ang takot mo baka umiimbang eh. Saklat nun, pag umiimbang, masakit. Mas masakit pa sa breakup, lalo na kung mabasagan ka ng pyesa. Just imagine na that experience. That may or may not be a good experience to some of us racers. Na ganon. It happens. It happens really. It's all in the breaks of the game actually. Alright, race number 15. Okay. After that exciting race number 14, we go right away with our race number 15 between Zeta and Unicosmos. The champion of the month is going at it in our race number 15. Zeta, the two-time COTM awardee, Zeta taking on the July 2025 champion of the month, Unicosmos. And for this matchup, it's going to be Zeta starting at lane 1, Unicosmos starting at lane 2, so that's identical with its respective color, which is red. Again, Unicosmos at the red lane or lane 2, and Zeta will start at the blue lane or lane 1 in this race number 15. Race, set, 5. Ko, hit, winner, winner na yan, di ko na makakamin eh. Di ko na kaya nakapulin. Wala na, hit na yan. Hit, panalo. Zeta winner. Hit win. Hit win yun kay Zeta. I-declare ko na saglit. Okay. Hit yun, hit. Hindi ko na masalo eh, kasi mabagal na yung reflexes ng lolo nyo. Kaya hindi na makatawid sa kabila. Zeta, winner by a hit against Unicosmos. Alright. Umembang kapos yung magdong tornado niya. Ayun. Nadali. Unicosmos ang maiwan. Tapos si Zeta, ang kalabanin niya, either si Pili na ngayon ang kalaban. Zeta Pereira o si Cosmo tapos na. Si Zeta na kalaban niya. Dito na yan. Tama yan. Dito na yan. Yun. Next. Hindi. Hit mo lang. Hit. Pang-apat na hit yan. Nasa lubong na eh. Hit ipang dalawa. Lost. Si Zeta nagtinu pa eh. Okay. Race number 16. It's the much-awaited rematch from the previous championship race between the twin Aero Avantes, T-Mac Avatari, the limited edition Aero Avante, taking on the OG Aero Avante Avatari. So it's a rematch from the championship race last Monday at 2. They are actually two of the top 2 scorers actually for this month. So ito yung dalawa sa tatlong mag-aagawan doon sa Champion of the Month award kasi alongside Papa Roach. So in this race number 16, it's going to be T-Mac Avatari starting at lane 2. Avatari, like its color as well, identical with its color. Starting at the blue lane or lane 1. Again, Avatari at lane 1, T-Mac Avatari at lane 2 as the respective starting lanes in this rematch from the previous championship race. And this race number 16, the rivalry of the twin Aero Avante. Ready, set, 5. Takbuhang lasing! Mga drunken master sumapit sa Avatari Team Story. Good. Final lane changer. Sabit. Draw. Sabi. Draw game. First course up, Atari sumabit lang. Buti nga, hindi yung talsik na ano eh. Buti na lang, hindi talsik na ano, Cosmodan. T-Mac. Yan. Waiting ngayon. Waiting ngayon niya sa loser's bracket. Kasi ito naglaban eh. T-Mac, Cosmo, Atomica. Good. O yan yung dalawang ano, winner's bracket. Okay. Red. Sinang first course up? Abatari. Taas draw sila parehas. O, first course out yun eh. O, yung last course out or winner, dito magkasama. Yung loser at first course out magkasama. Yun. Bon, Zeta Bon. Tama. Atas ito Bon. Yun. Okay, race number 17. Race number 17, right away. Okay. Teka, apat-apat yan ha. Apat. Okay, race number 17. Check natin yung Papa Roach, ano? Stargate, check. Okay. Race number 17, we got here Papa Roach taking on Stargate. Again, another race between the limited edition car kits for our race number 17. And for this matchup, it's going to be Papa Roach starting at lane 1, Stargate at lane 2. Again, Papa Roach starting at lane 1, Stargate starting at lane 2 in this race number 7. Ready, set, fight. Good. Okay, Mali. Right up. That's alright. Final lane changer, let's see. Still good. Final up. Let's see. Wow, that was indeed an amazing display of speed and stability right there. Si Papa Roach, sa sobrang bilis, hindi na malayang, imbang na pala. Aray ko. Tazik! Kala ko mabubura na naman sa camera eh. Kala ko burado na naman sa camera. Stargate with an absolute victory over Papa Roach. Alright. Stargate winner. Papa Roach loser. Pili ngayon si Papa Roach kung si Yoni Cosmos o si Abatari. Yun na lang yung natitirang assignments niya. Sino ba yung unang natalo nung uli? Hindi Cosmos, di ba? O yun. Pwede rin, dito na siya. Tama. Okay. Winner, Stargate. Upset win ah. Talzik. Remaining assignment for Papa Roach, Avatari, Unicosmos. Tapos si Stargate, Cosmo Atomica, Unicosmos. Yung Queen Cosmosonics pala. Ang natira. Race 18. Okay. Si Unicosmos ang natitirang assignment niya, si Cosmo Atomica, si Papa Roach, at saka si Stargate. Yun na yung mga natitira pala niya. Okay. Race number 18. Okay. Tama ba to? Okay. Race number 18. We got here the race between the Let's and Go villains. Okay. Race between the Let's and Go villains. It's the Brocken Gigant Ferreira taking on the Big Spider Zeta. And for this number 18, it's going to be Ferreira starting at lane 2, Zeta at lane 1. Again, Ferreira with identical to its color, starting at the red lane or lane 2. And Zeta will be starting at the blue lane or lane 1. Teka mo na, official time out. Minor adjustments lang sa Kevin back. Okay. Alright, it's now time for our race number 18. Ready, set, bye. Okay. Robin. Welcome back. Welcome back. Daragan. Star kick. Loser. Si Pereira tapos na siya kay Unicosmos. Okay. So si Zeta na, ay si Zeta, si Unicosmos tapos na rin. Ay oh. Kasi ni last course out. Stargate ang natira na lang Unicosmos tsaka si ano eh. Si Stargate. Maghintay siya. Ano to? Teka, sino yung unang umembang? Pereira. Ay, ano, Zeta pala yung last na umembang. Ayun. Maghintay siya ngayon. Maghintay ngayon yan. Red. First course out. Pereira. Zeta. First course out. Twin Aero Avantes, natira kay Pereira. Twin Aero Avantes na lang natira kay Pereira. Ganon din si Zeta pala. Twin Aero Avantes na lang pala natira. Okay. Race 19. Okay, race number 19. Race 19, we got here T-Mac Avatari taking on Cosmo Atomica. Alright. T-Mac Avatari taking on Cosmo Atomica in our race number 19. And for this matchup, T-Mac Avatari will start at the blue lane or lane 1. And Cosmo Atomica will start at the red lane or lane 2. Again, T-Mac Avatari at lane 1 and Cosmo Atomica at lane 2 as their respective starting lanes in this race number 19. Ready, set, bye. Good. Good. Still good. Ayun lang. Penultimate lap. Let's see at the final lap. Okay, winner. Okay. T-Mac Avatari victorious over Cosmo Atomica. Alright. Winners. Winners bracket. Wait. Nasipa ko na naman yung tubig ko. Sorry. Napatid. Napapatid today. Kaya yun. Cosmo lost to T-Mac Avatari. Remaining assignment for Cosmo Atomica, Stargate Unicosmos. O yun. Tama. Yun, losers bracket. Ayos. Yun siya na naman, T-Mac Avatari, remaining assignment will be against Pereira Zeta. Pereira then Zeta. Ayun, winners bracket. Tama. Aha. Sino yung talo? Cosmo, talo kayo. Ayun. Tama. Nakatatlo na si Avatari at T-Mac Avatari. Nakatatlo na. Avatari, marami pang ilalaro. Stargate, remaining assignment. Unicosmos. Yung manalo sa dalawa, kalaban ni Stargate. Ganun mangyayari dyan. Uunahin na natin yun nandun kung sakali. Okay. Ayos. Basta wag lang mag back to back. Walang problema. Okay, race 20. Race number 20. Zeta, remaining assignment, Twin Aero ba? Pag nanalo si Avatari, lalaban kay Zeta or kay Stargate, tapos ako kay Zeta. Tapos pag nanalo si, sino ba yung yung manalo sa dalawa, kalaban ni Stargate. Pwede. Ganun. Hahaba tayo talaga, kasi 28 races ito eh. 19 na yun, 20. Okay. Race number 20. Race number 20, we got here Avatari versus Papa Roach. It's a rematch from the previous semifinals. And in this race number 20, we got the Avatari starting at lane 2, Papa Roach lane 1. So, contrast to their respective colors, yung kanilang respective starting lanes. Papa Roach at the blue lane or lane 1, and Avatari starting at the red lane or lane 2 for this race number 20. Ready, set, bye. Natin! La 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 del borobodong gangerong panggaling. Aha. Let's see the final lane changer. Sabit. Bro. Sabit. Galing. Alas. Pero kung last car standing siguro, panalo na sana. Bro, game last car. Ayan, Zeta. Zeta susunod. Ayan na. Good. O tapos si Roach, maghihintay yan. Maghihintay yan. Yum. O yun, tama. Winners bracket. Nanggaling sa winners yun eh. Tama. Draw pala, no? Sinong first course out? Sinong first CO? Paparach. Last draw. Okay. Last assignment for Paparach, Unicosmos. Okay. So, kahit dito na natin siya iwanan muna for the meantime. Tapos, Twin Cosmosonics, going at it. Yan na. Okay. Race number 21, we got here the Twin Cosmosonics going at it. Cosmo Atomica taking on the Unicosmos. So, the old and the new Cosmosonic going at it for our race number 21. And for this matchup, it's going to be Cosmo Atomica starting at lane 1. Unicosmos, identical with its color, starting at the red lane or lane 2. Again, Cosmo Atomica starting at lane 1, Unicosmos starting at lane 2 in this race number 21. Ready, set, bike! Takbuhan natin! Halutin! 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 Oh, sabi yun eh. Okay. Sabi ko na nga ba eh. Sabi ko na eh. Sabi ko na, hadukan eh. Sabi ko na eh. Sabi ko na eh. Sabi na eh. First course out yan eh. First course out yan. Hindi, first course out pala. First course out pala si Cosmo. Ito pala maghihintay. Sorry. Last assignment for Cosmo. Si Starkick ang last ni Cosmo Atomica pala. Unicosmos. Tapos si Unicosmos, meron pa siyang dalawa. Red. First course out, Cosmo Atomica. Yun. Ito. Yan. Sabi ko na, nahuli si Unicosmos eh. Tama. Tapos dito natin sunod dyan. Yon. Yon. Tapos paano na, papunta na doon. Pwedeng papunta na dito. I-pepper. Okay. Sino may isang assignment na lang? Cosmo Atomica. Si naman, si Unicosmos. Meron pang dalawa. Stargate, ayun, penultimate assignment, parehas. Tapos yung si Team Makabatari, meron pang dalawa. Tigisang assignment na lang pala. Abatari may dalawa pa. Si Zeta yung isa. Sige. Race 22. Race number 22. Again, another rematch from the previous semifinals. Team Makabatari taking on Ferreira versus Bracken Gigan in our race number 22. And in this matchup, it's going to be opposite to their respective colors ang kanilang starting lanes. The blue lane or lane 1 for Ferreira and the red lane or lane 2 for Team Abatari. Again, Ferreira starting at the blue lane or lane 1. Team Abatari starting at the red lane or lane 2 in this race number 22. Ready, set, bike! Good. Bakit? Good. Penultimate lap. Final lap, let's see. Good. Winner. Winner. Goods. Ferreira with an upset victory over Timac Avatari Nakabawi. Si Ferreira kay Timac Avatari Nakabawi. Winner. Sino yung last niya? Ay, si Avatari na. Avatari na yung last pala. Tapos si Timac ang last, Zeta. Ay, oh. Thank you. Pwede, pahinga muna siya. Scared ha. Natalo kay Ferreira si Timac Avatari. Nagtino ha. Bang klase. In fairness. So si Timac Avatari, last assignment, Zeta. Avatari after kay Zeta, Ferreira last. Ah, oh. Sige. Race 23. Okay. Race number 23, we got here Avatari taking on Zeta. Alright. In our race number 23, it's Aero Avante versus Big Spider for our race number 23. And in this matchup, Avatari will start at the blue lane or lane 1, so that's identical with its color as well. Avatari starting at lane 1, Zeta starting at lane 2 again. Avatari starting at lane 1 and Zeta starting at lane 2 as there was for our race number 23. Ready, set, fight! Alright, inbound. Good. Tapang. Medyo nagtitilt pang gano'n pa kaliwa eh. Ay, login. Tapos. Mukhang may problema na ating kaliwang roller niya. Naloko na. Login. Last course stop. O, tama-tama. Dito siya. Dito siya. O, yan yung mga last. Ferreira at Avatari talagang last na yan. That's good. Talagang last na kay, ano yan, kay Avatari. Zeta first call stop. Ay, oh. O yung may dalawa pa, ano natin. Red, first call stop, IC, Zeta. Zeta, last call, first call stop. 3. Draw. Avatari draw. Sumabit lang eh. Malas. Ayan. 2-4 kasado. Timac Zeta kasado. 24. Okay. Ganito na yung order of sequence. Ganito na yung magiging order of sequence dyan. Para yung loser yan eh. O yung sakali. Yun na yung ano niya. Okay, race 24. Race number 24 na tayo. Ay, sa kulela at sa dulo. Okay. Race number 24, we got here Unicosmos taking on Stargate. Alright. Unicosmos versus Stargate for our race number 24. And in this matchup, it's going to be Unicosmos starting at lane 2 or the red lane. Identical with its color as well. And Stargate will be starting at lane 1. Again, Stargate starting at lane 1, Unicosmos starting at lane 2 in this race number 24. Ready, set, bye. Good. Good. Ultimate lap. Multik na. That was close to a hit. Final lap, let's see. Oh, that was good. Winner. Dalawa. Dumalawa. Stargate with an upset victory over Unicosmos. Dumalawa. Tumawad pa ng dalawang panalo si Stargate. Wow. Buti na lang, nasa loko kagad si Unicosmos, kundi patay, hit na naman. Yari ako. So, Stargate, Cosmo, final. Ayun. Stargate, Cosmo, Papa Roach, Papa Roach last. O, yun. Timac Avatari, Zeta, God. Avatari Ferreira, God. Cosmo, Stargate, God. Tapos, Papa Roach, Cosmo, to, ano? Papa Roach, Unicosmos. Check. Okay. Yon. Ayos. Pag ganito na yung basa natin. Papunta na doon. So, si Avatari at saka si ano, mga winners kasi itong nandito sa kabila. Okay, down to our last 4 races finally. In our, as we go to the home stretch of our single round robin for today. Race number 25 na tayo. Okay. Race number 25, we got here Papa Roach taking on Unicosmos to start. Alright. Race number 25 is going to be Papa Roach starting at lane 1, Unicosmos lane 2. Again, yung may naglabang kanina. Teka, yun natin naglabang kanina eh. Sandali, yun natin naglaban kanina. O tama, yun yung naglaban kanina pala. Sorry. Hindi pala. Mauna pala muna to. Si Stargate. Hindi. Mali, hindi pala yun ang race number 25. Sorry, kasi kagagaling lang pala kanina ni Unicosmos. So, yun na. Buti na lang, naalala ko kagad. Alright, ano pala, ang race number 25 pala natin ay ito. So from my left up to the right, yun na yung ano, yung last 4 pala. So, ang race 25 pala natin muna ay itong si Avatari at si Pereira. Okay, ito muna yung race number 25, Avatari versus Pereira. Kasi kagagaling lang pala sa race 24 si Unicosmos. O nga pala. Alright, pati si ano rin, si Stargate. Doon sila nang galing eh. Tama. So, mauna muna yung Pereira versus Avatari. Alright, for our race number 25 is going to be Avatari starting at lane 1, Pereira at lane 2. So, that's identical with their respective colors. It's a traditional rivalry of red and blue. Again, Avatari rather starting at lane 1 or the blue lane. Pereira will be starting at the red lane or lane 2 in this race number 25. Ready, set, bye. Bumubuli na. Good. Okay, hit. Winner. Winner na lang, winner. Hit. Panalo si Pereira. Kaya biglang nabalimbang eh. Hindi ko nakuha kagad si Avatari. Okay na, hit yun, hit. Hit win kay ano, kay Pereira. Pereira winner by hit over Avatari. Na ano na eh, nasabi kasi sa Avatari, kaya pabulusok na si Pereira, hindi ko na nasalo. So, pasensya na. Talagang ganun lang pag tumatanda ng lolo nyo. Direk. Direk. Matanda na lolo nyo eh. Ayan talaga. Tumatanda na eh. Wala na tayong magagawa dyan. Fifth. The fifth hit. Okay, next, race 26. Race number 26, it's going to be Timac Avatari versus Zeta. So, Twin Aero Avantes versus Let's and Go Villains pala. Race 25 and 26 natin. Alright, so for our race number 26, this time, it's the Big Spider Zeta taking on another Aero Avante in Timac Avatari. And in this matchup, it's going to be Timac Avatari starting at lane 2, Zeta at lane 1. Again, Zeta starting at lane 1, Timac Avatari starting at lane 2 in this race number 26. Ready, set, fight! Aduki! Wala! Uy! Good! Wagal na! Penultimate lap. Let's see at the final lap. Okay. Okay. Zeta, winner over Timac Avatari. Alright. At least walang hit. Dalawang talo. Zeta, dalawang panalo rin. Aba, penultimate race of our, ito na, penultimate race of our single round robin today to wrap up our Oktoberfest season for this year. And it's going to be Cosmo Atomica taking on Stargate. Alright. Cosmo Atomica versus Stargate for our penultimate race, number 27. And in this matchup, it's going to be Cosmo Atomica starting at lane 1, Stargate lane 2. Again, Cosmo Atomica starting at lane 1, Stargate starting at lane 2. In our 27th and penultimate race of our single round robin, this Run and Gun Wednesday edition. Ready, set, bye. Sleep. Right. Ayos ah. Penultimate lap. Final lap. Tapos ang magnum tornado. Login. Sayang. Draw again. Upset win na sana. Panalo na sana si Cosmo eh. Malas. Draw again. Draw. Stargate per CO. And down to our one final race of our elimination round. We got here finally Papa Roach versus Unicosmos. Yan. Papa Roach versus Unicosmos being our 28th and final race of our elimination round today. And for this matchup, it's going to be Papa Roach starting at lane 2, Unicosmos starting at lane 1. Again, Papa Roach starting at lane 2, Unicosmos starting at lane 1 in our race 28, final race of the elimination round. This Run and Gun Wednesday edition. Ready, set, bye. Off hit. Winner. Winner na yan na hit eh. Biglang umimbang kagad si Papalas, nasa lubong ni Unicosmos. Larin. Win na yan, win. Unicosmos wrapping up the elimination round with a hit victory over Papa Roach. Yon. Pag nagkatama ng automatic winner, hindi na kailangan ng re-race. Outright winner na yon. So, Unicosmos, Papa Roach lost. Okay. So, tingnan natin kung sino yung makakapasok sa Final Four later. Ito na yung suspense. Ito na yung magiging suspense natin dyan. Iyan na yung suspense. 6 hits. Yeah. Alright. So that wraps up our 28 races in our single round robin for our Run and Gun Wednesday edition, or final Run and Gun Wednesday edition of the month of October 2025 here on the Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2. So we'll pause for a break. We'll pause for a little bit long break, konti. Medyo mahabang break, konti. And when we come back, it's now down to our one final tabulated, one finalized result to determine our top 4 going to our knockout stage, and to be followed right away with the knockout stage races, semi-finals races, race for the bronze, and championship race. All these and more, and malalaman na natin kung sino yung magiging champion of the month for October 2025, and another ticket at the Grand Prix come December. Malalaman natin yan sa pagbabalik ng ating DPATS Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 live on DPAT TV. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, mga kadipat, mga ka-DTL at mga ka-Tamiya and all Tamiya Mini 4 Drive enthusiasts and racers across the globe. Don Patrick D. Paragular here at the helm. Back for more Tamiya Mini 4 Drive action here on DTL SMC Season 2. Wrapping up our Oktoberfest season this October 29, 2025. And at the end of the 28 grueling races in the single round robin, we have now our final forecast. The cast is set for the knockout stage races. We got Ferreira on top with 3 wins, 1 loss, and 3 draws. A trio of wins and draws with 1 defeat, making it the top seeded car going to the semifinals with 9 points. A two-way tie between Team Avatari and Zeta at the second place. But when it comes to win over the other, Team Avatari lost to Zeta. Therefore, Zeta is the number 2 seeded car, followed by Team Avatari being the 3rd seeded car. So sila rin naman na magkalaban sa semis number 2. So it's a must win for so this is going to be a must win for Team Avatari. So buhay pa yung depensa ng titulo for Team Avatari. Okay, so 2. Ang unang tinitingnan kasi dito, win over the other. Win over the other muna. Pero pag pareho silang pero kung tabla sila, tsaka lang yung number of wins. Ang unang tinitingnan po kasi pag tie na dalawa, win over the other. Pag doon pa na sa win over the other, may nanalo, yun yung higher seed, lower seed yung talo. Pero kapag tabla, kung nagtabla, number of wins, okay lang. Okay lang na mag-number of wins kung tabla sila. Kung tabla sila sa duelo nila, sa single round robin, yun, tsaka lang pwedeng number of wins. Pero dahil sa win over, pero base sa win over the other, talo si Team Avatari kay Zeta. Kung kaya naman si Zeta ang number 2, Team Avatari number 3. And at the 4th spot, we got a 3-way tie between Avatari, Unicosmos, and Stargate. So when it comes to number of wins, ang una natin, kapag 3-way tie naman, number of wins po ang tinitingnan natin. So in this case, Unicosmos and Stargate got 2 wins. Scored 2 wins. Avatari only scored 1. So, unfortunately for Avatari will not be able to make it to the knockout stage simply because Avatari got the lowest quotient among the 3 of them, along with Unicosmos and Stargate. So, therefore, Avatari will finish 6th. Avatari will finish 6th and posibleng mawala pa sa kanya yung Champion of the Month award kung mananalo si Team Avatari mamaya, because the scoreline right now is 12-11 in favor of Avatari. So dahil hindi nakapasok si Avatari, ang final score na niya is 12 points, while Team Avatari with the opportunity, having the opportunity to snatch away the Champion of the Month award from Avatari, or snatch the lead from Avatari and win the Champion of the Month award kung mananalo siya kay Zeta mamaya sa ating semi-finals round. Pasok si Team Avatari. So biggest opportunity na to for Team Avatari to enter the finals and win the Champion of the Month. Dahil yung sina Avatari at si Papa Roach pareho pong siba. Papa Roach dead last, by the way, with only 4 points scored. 1 win, 2 draws, 4 losses. Tapos si Cosmo Atomica naman, tumapos na number 7 with only 6 points. 4 draws, 2 losses, 1 win. And then, sina Unicosmos sa Stargate nagtabla. Ang huling papasok sa ating Final 4 ay si Stargate because of the win over the other. They both have 2 wins scored. They both scored 2 wins with identical 7 points apiece, identical record of 2 wins, 3 draws, and 2 losses. So when it comes to the win over the other rule, it went out to be Stargate being able to beat Unicosmos in their duel. Therefore, Stargate will be the last semi-finalist to enter the knockout rounds due to the win over the other rule. So therefore, si Unicosmos will only finish 5th. So, final score for Unicosmos will be 3. Si Stargate naman, with a chance to score at least 1 point sa aggregate scoring. Pero tingnan natin later on. Team Avatari with the chance to grab the Champion of the Month award with a win in the semifinals round against Zeta. So, ayan na yung magkakaalaman dito. Dito na talaga magkaalaman kung makukuha ni Zeta ang Champion of the Month this October 2025 and eventual ticket and the ticket to the Grand Prix on December. December po yan. Hopefully nga lang makakuha na ako ng 3 lane. Baka sa 3 lane po posibleng sa 3 lane track ko na po gawin yung Grand Prix. Yung Grand Prix. DPATS Tamiya League Grand Prix Open Box Stock Edition naman. Stock Motor Conference Edition. The inaugural SMC. The inaugural SMC yan. Alright. So, pero possibly ganun. Pero tingnan natin. Basta ang Grand Prix, possibly December. Late December. Pagkatapos ng Pasko, syempre. After Christmas na yan. Sure ball. So, ayan. The stage is set for our knockout stage. For our final knockout stage. Today, this October 2025, it's going to be Pereira taking on Stargate in our semifinals number 1. Semifinals number 2, the most crucial one. Zeta, the second seeded car, taking on the third seeded car, Timac Avatari. With Timac Avatari, with the best opportunity to grab the Champion of the Month award with a semifinals win. Yan, win. Kahit winan lang sa semifinal. Kasi kung race for third lang at makascore siya ng 1 point, tatabla lang siya kay Avatari. So, it's a must win for Timac Avatari. Alright. So, without further ado, let's proceed right away with our semifinals races. Okay, so knockout stage na po tayo kagad. Let's begin right away with our semifinals number 1. Alright. Semifinals number 1 will now feature the top seeded car Ferreira, the fourth seeded car Stargate. Yan, the first and only semifinals stints for Stargate. Itong ating semifinals na to. Itong edition natin ngayong araw. Semis 1 featuring Stargate versus Pereira. And for this matchup, it's going to be Pereira starting at lane 1 and Stargate will be starting at lane 2. Again, Stargate starting at lane 2, Pereira starting at lane 1. Ay, sorry. Ayan. Group car. Kailangan kumuha pa ako ng maraming dumi. Masyadong mabilis kasi ito si Stargate. Yan. Okay. Okay na siguro to. Hopefully, this works. Ay, sorry. Alright, you're still watching DPATS Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 this Run and Gun Wednesday evening of October 29, 2025 as we wrap up our Oktoberfest season this year 2025 with this final chapter of October 2025. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we'll now proceed right away with our knockout stage races beginning with this semifinals number 1. Na. Ready, set, bye. Good. Pereira ahead. Hit. Winner. Winner. Winner starting. Winner na. Winner na yon, winner. Hit. Hit yung nangyari doon, umimbang kasi si Pereira, tumalon doon sa kabila, katawid pa lang si Stargate, naipit. Ayun, hit yun. So that is a hit victory, and it's going to be Stargate entering the first and its only championship race this month of October 2025. Finally, after a long while, Stargate will enter the championship race. Yan. Alright. So Pereira down to race for third, maybe 4 or 5 na lang ang final score niya. Si Stargate naman, minimum na yung 2 points. 2 points or 3 points. Yun yung final score niya mamaya sa championship race. Panalo si Stargate laban kay Pereira dahil nakaano kasi, nung pagtalon kasi ni Pereira, nasa lubong ni Stargate. So therefore, Stargate winner. Ganun po yun. Pag hit, outright victory. Hindi na kailangan ng re-race. Pero kung may re-race man na parang umembang, isa na lang. Last car na. Kahit di pa tapos yung 6 lap, pag may umembang, matik, talo na. Ganun lang po. Okay? Para mabilis po tayo. Alright, so semifinals number 2, ito na yung mas crucial. This is the more crucial semifinals race. It's going to be the second seeded car, Zeta, taking on the third seeded car, T-Mac Avatari. Parang repeat ito ng race 26. Repeat ito ng race number 26. Itong semifinals number 2 po natin between Zeta and T-Mac Avatari. And for this matchup, it's going to be Zeta starting at lane 2. T-Mac Avatari lane 1. Again, T-Mac Avatari at lane 1. Zeta at lane 2. Ayun. Sorry. Tubahan ko muna dumihan muna yung tires bago baka umimpang din kasi. Medyo matalbog ni super hard eh. Nani na. Nalo ka na. Yan. Talagang crucial dito kasi pag nanalo rito si T-Mac Avatari, pag siya ang nakapasok sa finals natin, that's it! Kasi 1 point deficit. 1 point deficit for T-Mac Avatari against its fellow Air Avante Avatari. 12 against 11. 11 and 12 in favor of Avatari against T-Mac Avatari. So kapag nakapasok pag nanalo sa semifinals na to si T-Mac Avatari, kanya na ang champion of the month. Siya yung papasok sa Grand Prix on December. So let's see. Tingnan natin. Alright, mga ka-DPAT, mga ka-DTL, mga ka-Tamiya, and all the Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing fans and enthusiasts across the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble here in the semifinals. Number 2. Ready, set, 5. Good. Adugin. Woohoo! Okay, kapit. Re-race. Re-race pa. Re-race pa, re-race. Re-race pa, re-race. Re-race pa more, last car. Re-race, last car standing. Okay. Pwede na to. Alright. So let's see here. In our re-race. Okay. Re-race in our semifinals number 2. To determine the finalists. To determine the fate of T-Mac Avatari. It's going to be the last car standing concept being applied here. Ready, set, bye. Oh my goodness! Nadali! Nadali si T-Mac Avatari! Oh my God! Oh my God! What a wasted opportunity right there for T-Mac Avatari to grab that Champion of the Month award from Avatari. Sayang! So pwedeng na lang to, pwedeng race off. Kung sakaling silang dalawa lang magtabla, kung sakaling manalo sa race for third si T-Mac Avatari, race off sila ni Avatari for the Champion of the Month award. Yun yung race off na lang. Parang penalty shootout mangyayari na dito. Ito yung first time na i-apply natin yung rule na to. Kung sakaling merong dalawang at the end of the month, do sa final race day of the month, kung merong dalawang car na magtabla ng may parehong aggregate point, race off yan. Kung dalawa lang kung dalawa lang magtabla, race off po yan. It's going to be a race off. Race off yan. So kung sino yung higher seed, sa kanya yung lane 1. In this case, it's lane 1. Alright, so it's going to be Zeta versus Target in our championship race for today, to wrap up our Oktoberfest season here on DTL SMC Season 2. So, Super 2 machines going at it. for our championship race, the final championship race of October 2025 on that wonderful track layout designed by yours truly, Dipat Aguila. Alright, so without further ado, let's proceed right away with our race for third. So let's see kung makakatabla si ano rito. Ngayon, kung sakaling si Team Abatari matalo ni Ferreira dito sa race for third, si Abatari pa rin ang champion of the month. Kaya Abatari pa rin yung champion of the month. So si Abatari papasok dito sa papasok sa Grand Prix. Pero kung manalo dito si Team Abatari sa race for the bronze na to, race off yan. It's going to be a race off between the twin Aero Avantes. Ano na yon? Last car standing. Last car standing yon, race off. Hindi kasi pwedeng magtabla kapag mga champion of the month award, hindi po pwedeng magtabla. There can only be one. There can only be one. Alright? So for the meantime, it's now time for our race for third or race for the bronze. It's going to be ano ba to? Si Ferreira, ano ba yun? Number 1? Ay, oh. So race for third na po tayo between Ferreira and Team Avatari sa 1 versus 3 in our race for third. And for this matchup, it's going to be Ferreira starting at lane 1, Team Avatari lane 2. Again, Ferreira starting at lane 1, Team Avatari lane 2. Grabing laban ta. At this time, mag-ano naman ako. Magpunas ako ng gulong this time. Parang namamali ako doon sa method ni T-Mac eh. Pero, ipan ko na ito isa. Alright. Alright mga kadipat, mga kadetail at mga kapamiya po natin dyan, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble here in this race for the bronze for our final Run and Gun Wednesday edition here on DTL SNC Season 2 for the month of October 2025. First to make 6 laps. Ready, set, bye. Hey, ma'am. Good. Final lane changer. Re-race. Re-race pa more. Sumabit pa rin. Ano kaya yun? Re-race pa more. Sabi ulit. Oo. Tumi naman this time kasi parang naman ha. Yan. Ay. Okay. Sabi ko sa inyo, napaka-unpredictable ng DTL eh. Kahit ganyan na kaikli ang layout, talagang masasabing ano na rin, ratrata ko pati kape pa rin. Shout out pala ulit kay dun sa kaparo natin sa sa TNR at Team Eat Unwind Tamiya. Yan. Kay Miko Ramat, shout out. At saka sa buong Team Eat Unwind Tamiya and the United TNR team. See you on November. We'll see you on November. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here now is our race for the bronze. The last car standing concept will be applied here to determine the bronze awardee. Ready, set, bye! Good! Oi! Good. Penultimate lap. Okay, lap, let's see. Woo! It's a race off. Did you see that coming, ladies and gentlemen? Sabi ganun eh. Did you see that coming? Wow! There will be a race off. There will be a race off, ladies and gentlemen, mga kadipat, mga kadetail at mga katamiya. Meron po tayong race off. Race off, opo. Because, it's simply because Pereira was the first one to Corsac in that last car standing race against Team Makabatari in the race for the bronze. So, with the win of Team Makabatari against Pereira because of the last car standing rule, unang umembang po si Pereira at yung si Team Makabatari na ang mangyayari na po rito, for the right to be crowned champion of the month, there will be a race-off between the twin Aero Avantes. So it's going to be Team Avatari emerging victorious over Ferreira in our race. So final score for Ferreira will be 4 points. 4 points. At yung si Ferreira naman, 12 points. So si Avatari at si Team Avatari, parehong 12 points. So, ang mangyayari po dyan mga kadipat, for the right to be crowned champion of the month this October 2025, since dalawa lang naman silang tabla, there will be a race-off. Yon yung first time rule natin na gagamitin. Yung pinakabago nating rule sa ating DPATS Tamiya League, Stock Motor Season. Sa lahat ng seasons natin sa DPATS Tamiya League, beginning this 2025, meron po tayong race-off. Kung sakaling merong dalawang nanguna na nagtabla na may pareho ng puntos, in this case, it's Avatari and Team Avatari. Both scored 12 points. So, si Team Avatari nakapuwersa ng race-off against Avatari. So, it's going to be a race-off of the Twin Aero Avantes later on for the right to be crowned champion of the month this October 2025. And a ticket, and the winner will go on as a champion of the month awardee and also a ticket to the Grand Prix this December. So, ibig sabihin, yung manalo dun sa Twin Aero Avantes na yon ang sasama kina Unicosmo, Zeta, Cosmo Atomica, at kay Pink Venom para dun sa ating Grand Prix. The 5th entry, actually, only the 5th. So, tingnan natin kung ilan yung ma-entry natin sa ating inaugural Grand Prix ng SMC or Stock Motor Conference. But for the meantime, mga kadipat, bago ko po kayo i-suspense, konting suspense lang muna po yung gagawin natin dahil meron pa tayong championship race between Z. Okay. So for the meantime, championship race po muna tayo. The final championship race for October 2025 between the number 2 seed Z and the number 4 seed Stargate. So, ito muna yung mauna natin bago yung race-off between Team Avatari and Avatari for the right to be crowned champion of the month is October 2025. Parang tiebreaker na yun. Tiebreaker race. Sa tiebreaker race na yun, it's a last car standing. Wala na pong re-race. Wala pong re-race yun, last car standing. Parang tiebreaker pace lang, ganun. Parang tiebreaker pace lang po yung gagawin natin. In that case, dahil si Team Avatari yung higher seed, siya ang lane 1. Ibig sabihin. Kanya yung lane 1. Kasi ayon sa toss coin, yun yung una eh. Lane 1. So, yun yung ano nila. Alright, so our championship race. But first, we go to our final championship race of October 2025 here on ECL SMC Season 2 between Zeta and Stargate. So again, I have to sit for a little while because they are both Super 2 chassis machines with rotating switches. So for this matchup in our championship race, again, it's the same starting lane as their previous encounter. It's going to be Zeta at lane 1 and Stargate at lane 2 again. Again, lane 2 for Stargate, lane 1 for Zeta as their respective starting lanes. So dito po sila mamaya. Teka, ipan ko pala muna. Nakalimutan ko. Ipan ko na pala muna. Yan. Matapos nagdumi, tapos biglang alright mga kadipat, mga ka-DTL, mga ka-Tamiya, mga kababayan, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble here in this championship race to culminate our festivities this run and gun Wednesday evening here on DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2, the final championship race of October 2025. Ngayong October 29, 2025, first to make 6 laps. Ready, set, live! Patay! Patay ba? Good. Penultimate lap. Final lap, let's see. Tires pa more. Aray ko po. Boing, boing, boing. Aray ko po. Aray ko po. Tapos na sa amin. 3 race pa more. Pero ano na to, last car standing. Yup. Oh. Yup. Alright. Grabe, nagpa-last car standing, nagpakaba pa. Gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble in this race, re-race, in our championship race. Last car standing concept will be applied here to determine the champion. Ready, set, bite. Okay, winner! 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 Pero at least naka 2 points si Stargate, di sa uuwing luwaan. Yun ang maganda. Yan ang maganda. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we now have our new champion, or the last champion of October 2025 here on DTL SMT. Obviously, mapapahaba po talaga dahil mahaba yung single round robin natin. Tapos may race-off pa tayo. Champion of the Month Award. Alright, so it's going to be Zeta Im, the final champion of October 2025 here on DTL SMC Season of Stock Motor Conference, and the final for Zeta will be 10 points. 7 points siya coming into this race, plus 3. 10 points. Ngayon, nag-third place si T-Mac Abatari, 1 point. Tumabla ngayon kay Abatari with 12. So, they both have 12 points. The only one way to break that tie is this race off. So without further ado, mga kadipat, ladies and gentlemen, here now is our race off for the Champion of the Month card between T-Mac Abatari and Abatari. Race off for the Champion of the Month award this October 2025. Dahil pareho po silang 12 points. Si T-Mac Abatari kasi nanalo sa race for third against Pereira. So, para ma-settle to once and for all, kung sino yung champion of the month ngayong buwan, idaan natin sa idaan natin siya sa race off. So for our championship race, for our champion of the month race, it's going to be T-Mac Abatari starting at lane 1, Abatari lane 2. Again, T-Mac Abatari lane 1, Abatari lane 2. First time in history of DPAX Tamiya League na magkakaroon tayo ng race off. Play-off or race-off. Kasi karera, kaya race-off ang tawag instead of play-off. Pero parang ganun na rin yun. Iniba lang yung tawag. Play-off for champion of the month. Ganun na kung mangyayari dito. Alright. Okay, speed for speed. Speed for speed tayo ngayon. Okay. Parang kailangan maayos mabuti. Talagang haba yung natin, edition natin simply because of the simply because of tawag doon, simply because of this race off. Ngayon lang nangyari to sa since the pandemic. Since the pandemic, ginagawa na natin to for about 5 years. Actually, noong 2023, nakat lang. Nakat lang ang naumpisan yung Stock Motor Conference. Tapos natuloy lang yung season 4, 2024 na. Dahil sa isang di ka nais na pangyayari. So ayoko nang i-detalye. Kasi ayoko nang maalala yung masalimot kong nakaraan. No? Alright mga ka-Adipat, mga ka-DTL at mga ka-Tamiya, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get ready to rumble here in this first ever race off for the Champion of the Month for October 2025 here on DPAX Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2. The first time in DTL history that will make this happen. It's either first to make 6 laps or last car standing. Last car standing. So, ibig sabihin, Wala itong re-race. Walang re-race, pwedeng last car standing or first to 6 laps. Una kang maka-anim o yung unang umembang talo. So, ganun lang po kasimple. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here now is our race off for the Champion of the Month Award. Alrighty, set, start! Okay, winner! Woo! Winner! Ayun na! Mabilis lang. O, ganun lang kabilis. Ganun lang kasimple mga yung play-off for the, race-off for the race-off for the Champion of the Month Award. Ayun! So, ganun lang po kabilis. Na? In case na ganun nang nangyari, at the end of the, sa final race day of the month, kung sakaling nagtabla may dalawang nagtabla sa unahan, halimbawa top 2, nagtabla, parehong, in this case, parehong 12 points kasi nakapuwes ang makabatari ng race off. Nakascore ng 1 point dahil na nag third place finish. 12-11, natanggal na maaga si Abatari, 12 points final, supposed to be. Pero, yung si Team Abatari, nakapanalo ng race third, nagkaroon ng 1 point, kaya naging 12 all. So, for us to settle that, once and for all, we have that race off. We had that race off, last car standing. We don't need a re-race, pwedeng last car standing. Unang umembang, talo. Ganun na po yun. So, it's that simple. And, yan na. The first time in history of DPAT's Tamiya League, we have a winner from that race off, and it's going to be Avatari being crowned the champion of the month for October 2025. Holy smoke! That was the first time ever in DTL history na nagkaroon tayo ng race off for the champion of the month award. Wow! Wow! Ang masasabi lang ng inyong lingkod dyan, just wow! Sabi ko sa inyo history unfolds. Sabi ko sa inyo history will be unfold. History will unfold right here. This is how legends are made. Sabay ganon. Sabay ganon Parang napakantaya bigla ng this is how legends are made This is how legends are made. Sabay ganon. Sabay napakanta rin di oras. Oh, hindi pwede. Baka makapirate tayo Alright, so there you have it for our natin. First time, a lot of first times actually. So to wrap up the month of October 2025 here on DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference, it's a lot of first time happening here. Holy smoke. So let's do the quick recap right away. We got all the 8 cars batted it out in our 28 races of the single round robin. After those races in the single round robin, we got Ferreira, Zeta, Timac Avatari, and Stargate finished on top. Finished as top 4 cars at the end of the 28 races in the single round robin, going to the semifinals round. Unfortunately, yung erstwhile top scorer nating si Avatari prior to this race, only finished 6th. But given one more chance, given one last chance pa for the champion of the month nung nangyari itong mga knockout stage races na to. So start off with our semifinals round. Ferreira versus Stargate was the matchup, and Stargate won over Ferreira by a hit. And in semifinals number 2, Zeta won over Team Avatari by a last car standing, making Zeta the winner. And in the race for third, Team Avatari went on to face Ferreira. And in another last car standing race, ang nangyari, unang umembang si Ferreira, just when we thought maaagaw ni Ferreira yung third place finish, but nope. Yun, nabigyan pa ng chance tuloy nabigyan pa tuloy ng chance si Team Avatari. One final chance for the Champion of the Month Award against Avatari. So, yung Twin Aero Avantes naglaban sa race off. So, nagkaroon pa ng pag-asa ngayon si Avatari na makuha yung Champion of the Month. And in the championship race, final championship race of October 2025, Zeta took on Stargate. And again, another last man standing or last car standing concept was applied to determine the winner. And eventually, Zeta won over Stargate. Unang umimbang si Stargate kasi. So, yan. To culminate our festivities this Run and Gun Wednesday edition, the final podium finishers of October 2025, the final victors of this month, Zeta as champion, Stargate as second placer, and Timac Avatari as third placer, and a consolation prize of a race-off against Avatari. But unfortunately, at that race-off for the Champion of the Month award, it went out to be Avatari still. Avatari still retaining its composure and eventually won the Champion of the Month award after that historic race-off against its fellow Aero Avante Timac Avatari. But nevertheless, Timac Avatari will still finish with 12 identical 12 points against with alongside Avatari. They are the top scorers at the end of this month. Final score nila parehong 12 points. Kaya sinetal muna natin yan through race-off. Parang penalty shootout yon sa football at saka sa pool. Mga 9 ball at 10 ball pool. Kung sakaling nagtabla na ganon, tabla pa rin, penalty shootout. Parang penalty shootout yung ginawa natin. For this case, it's a race-off because they are only two of them tied. Basta tabla ng dalawang top scorer, pareho ng score, pwede po tayo mag-race-off. Race-off. On that race-off, last car standing concept apply. Last car standing lang, ganun lang kasimple. Pag may umembang, automatic, talo na. That's it. We don't need to finish the 6 lap requirement. 6 laps pa rin ang requirement. Pero, first to make 6 laps pa rin. Pero pag may umembang na kagad before that, panalo na. Yung tumatakbo pa, panalo na po. So, that's it. So, ganun lang po kasimple. So, it still went out to Avatari, that elusive Champion of the Month award this October 2025. Congratulations finally to Avatari being crowned that COTM for the month. Alright. So that will do it for our, that wraps up our another exciting Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing action live streamed on YouTube channel DPAT TV, Don Patrick Aguilar. So for those who are still new, yung mga newbie pa rin po dyan, please like, follow, share, and subscribe po for more Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing action and some documentaries by yours truly, Don Patrick DPAT Aguilar, who is now signing off for now. And of course, I thank you so much to all who watch and whoever will watch anytime on my live stream every Monday and Wednesday here, and on Saturdays on special time here on our live stream of DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2. Dito ko na lang po siya nila live simply because ayaw na po ng Meta o ng Facebook na mag-landscape po tayo na ganyan, na aiga po yung camcorder po natin. Gusto na lang niya ng nakatayo na parang reels na lang. So, doon na lang po pwede. Kaya nilalive ko na lang po rito sa DPAT TV Don Patrick Aguilar on YouTube, ang ating DTL SMC Season 2. And for now, I always remind everyone to stay safe and healthy. Please be safe from all harm. And of course, avoid negativities, especially drugs and all other negativities around you, and protect yourselves from all those negativities at all times and at all costs as well. Once again, Don Patrick DPAT Aguilar here, leaving you a pleasant and blessed Run and Gun Wednesday evening to all of you. And as always, never forget to pray to God and be thankful always to God, for God is good, God is great, and God is almighty all the time. As always, to God be all the glory and honor. God bless to all of us. God bless our beloved Mahaliga Nation, and God bless the entire world and all of us Filipinos across the globe. And like I always remind each and every true Filipino across the globe, love the Philippines, mahalin po natin ang Pilipinas at sama-sama po tayong bumangon muli at ipakita, ipagmalaki po natin sa buong mundo. Let's show to the world that we are all true Filipinos. We shout out our victory to the world, keeping our heads high with all our hearts. Kahit kanino, yan, tayo ay Pilipino. Isigaw naman lang sa ating panalo, taos puso, taos no kahit kanino, at sa mga manlulupig, hindi po tayo pasisiin, lakad matatag, anumang dilubyo ang dumaan. So once again, this has been our Oktoberfest season here, and congratulations to all the podium finishers and the Champion of the Month awardee, Avatari. And congratulations to Zeta, Stargate, and Timac Avatari for being the final podium finishers to wrap up our Oktoberfest 2025 festivities here on DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference. So this has been another presentation of another exciting live Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing action on DTL SMC Season 2. And makita-kits po tayo ulit sa November 3 for our new set of live Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing action on a new track layout. O, bagong track layout na po ulit na based on previous track layouts pa rin po. Hopefully on December makapag 3 lanes na po tayo. Sana lang. Kung if ever man matuloy yung lakad ko na let's see kung makakuha ko ng chance maka-provide ng 3 lanes. So, let's just see na lang. Alright. So once again, kita-kits tayo sa November for new set of live Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive races here on DTL SMC Season 2. Once again, Don Patrick D. Patagila here saying, Sokran to Senta. God bless always, everyone!